Underneath the Pizzaplex is what remains of our Fnaf 6 Pizzeria Simulator restaurant. Somehow, even though Tape Guy says this
place will not be remembered, and the memory of everything that started this can finally begin to fade away.
12 seconds later.
Guys, this reminds me of Pizza Simulator.
Even deeper is the menacing Doodle Bob, a mishmash of bots from different games. But something's not quite right about all this. Welcome, Feary, once again. You know what day it is.
There is something bad inside of me. I'm broken. I can't be fixed.
First, let's talk about the puppet. While it's really cool seeing the poopet here, what are you actually doing? What happened to...
I should have known you wouldn't be content to disappear. Not my daughter.
She looks pretty content with disappearing. Lefty is nowhere to be seen. Did he burn in the Fnaf 6 fire and just leave the marionette behind? I don't think so. But again, why is she just lying there? The puppet should own the blob. Is there like a dog whistle pitched music box that I'm not hearing? Next up is Circus Baby, and wow, somebody restored her from her scrap baby form, even though she wasn't really looking too good in the last game, but that's okay. She looks a little dirty, but she's here. She also doesn't move or say anything, so it might not even be her, just her shell. Also, if she's part of the blob, why does she attack Burn Trap? Isn't that her daddy? Chica appears to be FNAF 1 Chica, her only significance off the top of my head being in FNAF 3 where she appears as Phantom Chica. Also in the blob is what appears to be Withered Bonnie's missing arm and face. Something I've always noticed is that Scrap Trap and Withered Bonnie are missing the same arm. Mangle's there too. We can see just enough of his face to tell that it's not Funtime Foxy. But then again, why isn't it Funtime Foxy? You would think it would be right next to his sister location Friends, but it's really Mangle. And finally, we get to Molten Freddy, or should I say Funtime Freddy? He's looking a little bit,
Yeah, he's a little dirty, you know. The dog shoved him up his ass.
But he's significantly less rusted and withered than his previous appearance in FNAF 6. So unless somebody came by and redid his paint, this would lead one to believe that these are all the characters before FNAF 6. But there's something about that you should know. This could just be another case like with Withered Foxy in the FNAF 2 Help Wanted minigame, where the same developers reused FNAF 1 Foxy for the FNAF 2 section. They could just be not as well versed in the game's story as we are. What, you mean FNAF 1 Foxy and FNAF 2 Foxy are different? Of course they are! These could just be random Easter eggs with no significance, just something made out of reused Help Wanted assets. But even if it is, I have one big question. Where's the Ennard mask? The developers could just reuse the mask from Help Wanted. It's not like they would have to draw a new model like with Molten Freddy, Scrap Baby, and Lefty. So wouldn't it be easy to just throw his mask into the mush pile? Is the squid ball supposed to be the Ennard pile after the sister location Golden Freddy cutscene, but before Circus Baby gets voted out as evidenced by the Scott Games and FNAF World conversations? The last thing I'd like to discuss is what Freddy says when we bring him to Squidward Tennis Balls. It doesn't really mean anything too profound. When he says, "She brought me here," he just means Vanny. And when he says, "I found myself for the first time when I cleared the path," he simply means Vanessa used him to find the blob, and he was surprised to see Funtime Freddy, a version of himself. Back in 2019, I made a theory about how all the metallic wires strewn about the first 3 FNAF locations were from the mom spaghetti that came from Eggs Benedict. But who knows now? Maybe those are the blob's tentacles. And that's it for today. Subscribe, like, Feary Fursday out.